Hey everyone, my name is SeanArnold and welcome to some online rank duels for Yu-Gi-Oh! DevPro. Today I'm going to be testing my Harpie 2016 deck. I did a deck garage video of this earlier in the day, which you may or may not have seen, trying to take my 2015 Harpie deck, which I used in Legacy of the Duelist, into a DevPro environment. So in this first duel I'm going to be going against Infernoids, and then a little bit later on I'm going to be showing a replay of another game which I had earlier on in the day. Then maybe tomorrow I might be making some changes to these decks and maybe modifying them somehow, but we'll see how it goes. I still need to do a lot of testing with these decks. So my opponent is starting off by playing Charge of the Light Brigade, and he's going to mill tons of monsters into his graveyard, and I'm going to have a quick look at what they are because I want to make sure that I'm aware of what's going on in there. And we've got a Nunsu, Piatti, I'm going to butcher these names, and you've got another one, Antra there. All of these cards are really good in the graveyard, and his probably main aim is to get tons of monsters into this graveyard so that he can special summon a Nonsu by banishing them from his graveyard and summoning a Nonsu, who's a big threat. But now he adds I think a copy of Raiden to his hand, and I've been wondering about the Light Sworn engine myself. I've been wondering about how splashable is that engine. I think a lot of decks or a lot of rogue decks which I use could really benefit from having some form of better draw engine, and I've been wondering about the Light Sworn engine, which I never really used before because I hate Light Swans, and it is what it is. My opponent summons Patrulia there, and he gets to, when he does so, he gets to destroy one spell or trap card on the field. So unfortunately I've lost my Vanity's Emptiness. Maybe in the future when I'm playing against Infernoids, I need to just activate Vanity's Emptiness almost straight away, rather than waiting for something to be special summoned, because you can't really change those special summons. Then my opponent plays Raiden on the field, and now he is summoned. I have to see what he summoned in a second there. But Raiden is going to attack me now. Release on Nonsu. Yeah, he banished monsters from his graveyard, and now he's summoning that big 3000 meter. Going to do a ton of damage to me in his first turn. It's really crazy. It's very strong. And yeah, at the end of this turn, Raiden's going to send 2 more cards to his graveyard. Fortunately, it's a spell card like Bury from the next dimension, which is good because it means he can't use that card later on. To start off my play here, I'm going to play Harpie Channeler, and I'm going to activate her effect, and then I'm going to discard 1 Harpie card from my hand to the graveyard, and it's going to be Harpie Harpist, and special summon 1 Harpie card from my deck. At this point, I'm thinking to myself, holy crap, what am I supposed to do against a row full of monsters like these? If there's one thing which I've found with this Harpie deck is that Harpies seem to struggle a little bit against monsters basically that have higher attacks than them, and it can really benefit some form of field clearing card. Rakaki is obviously a really good choice there, but I might need to include more copies of, say, of Torrential Tribute, maybe even some Dark Holes, as some popular as they are. Maybe get some of those in the deck, because having bigger monsters on the field can be a real problem. So at this point I'm thinking, fuck it, let me just go all out, why not? And I'm going to do something a little bit crazy here, and I'm going to summon Utopia Prime. First you bring out number 39, Utopia, and then you can special summon Utopia Prime using it as XC material. Utopia Prime has a crazy effect, a really fun effect too, I kind of like it, and that is you must pay all your life points until you only have 10 life points left, and by doing so, and if your opponent has 3000 life points more than you can activate its effect, and by doing so you can banish all special summon monsters on the field and inflict 300 damage to my opponent for each one of those. So it's a really good non-target effect, but of course you're only down to 10 life points left, so you better hope you don't get hit, you know. I'm gonna wait for my opponent to respond. He's probably kind of in a shock about this card. He's probably like, I can't believe he just used that card against me. Massacre! Bakana! And he's just probably trying to decide what the hell is he gonna do. He doesn't really want his Infernos to be banished either, because he wants to be able to revive them, and having a Nonsu go to the graveyard will be better for him. So what he's going to do is he's going to play 1 effect that's going to tribute it and send it to the graveyard, chain it to my opponent and banish 1 card in my graveyard. And then not sure quite sure why Raiden didn't get destroyed there. I don't know whether he negated my effect or something like that, but yeah, not quite sure what happened there. Who knows? Either way, I'm going to attack Raiden. I might as well at this point. One hit's gonna kill me, so even if he has Onyx in his hand, I could die quite easily. Fortunately not, and now the field is clear, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna sit down a bluff, and I'm gonna just chill. Harpies can be really good with a good opening hand, but at the same time, they sometimes do need a couple of turns to make themselves work. And when they don't have any back rows to protect them, it can be really harsh. And I've been thinking to myself that maybe I will change my approach from the draw engine style, which I tried to make in my deck earlier, using 1-for-1 cards like Chicken Game, Upstart Goblin, and Terraforming, and so on and so forth. Just have more back row cards in my deck. Even though SHT removal is really popular, I feel like maybe Harpies need it because they need to drag out a duel more often. And unfortunately, I lost the duel there because it is what it is. Alright, now this is a replay of me playing against a Cosmo deck. Unfortunately, it is a replay. I wasn't recording at the time being, but I thought it's still a fun game, so I wanted to share it with you guys. This is a bit of a better opening hand, although I messed up here at the beginning. I should have played Hysteric Sign first to get Elegant Ego to set the deck, but whatever. I played Chicken Game to draw another card, and then I played Pot of Duality because I don't think I'm special summoning this turn. Excavate the top 3 cards in my deck, and I grab Anti-Spell Fragrance. Then I'm going to play Harpie Queen, send her to the graveyard, get another copy of Harpie's Hunting Ground, set a full row back row, and exchange Chicken Game for a set field spell card. Then at the start of my opponent's turn, I'm going to play Anti-Spell Fragrance, and I just really wanted to see how well this could work against him. It obviously didn't stop Emergency Teleport because that was on the field already, but it did seem to do a good job of stunning him. I did manage to get rid of his Cosmo Farm Girl thanks to Bottomless Trap Hole, and then also Solemn Warning a little bit before that. But Anti-Spell Fragrance on an early turn also really can work well against many decks. All I have to make sure is that I'm managing my resources well, and my opponent doesn't get something annoying like, say, a Twin Twister. Twin Twister can still chain to it. I did play a Monarch deck earlier in the day, and they had Twin Twister in their hand, fortunately, to chain to my Anti-Spell Fragrance. Didn't manage to get it off, but I still think it's quite useful. I still think it's a pretty good effect, and I think it's really good at stunning your opponent, assuming you can get it off. Just going to be able to get it to my hand more consistently and quicker than I normally do. Anyway, really this duel isn't going to take very long here. I'm being quite dominant against my opponent. I managed to destroy quite a few of his spell and trap cards, spell cards, because he keeps setting them, and I keep summoning Harpies to destroy them. And then I use Lightning Chidori there to get rid of his face down card. And I believe this could be the last turn of the duel actually. He drew into Effect Vader there, and I think, yeah, that was it. So that was just a quick replay of myself playing against a Cosmo deck. Sorry that it wasn't recorded, but I'm not always recording in my testing, otherwise I would just kill my hard drive space. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying the Harpie deck. There's a lot which I think can be done to this one. I'm going to be modifying it again, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be looking forward to seeing more in the future. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.